Adams, expected to be in court today for his arraignment on federal bribery and fraud charges.
Now, if he's convicted on all counts, he could face up to 45 years in prison. Good Day's Lizette Nunez is live outside the federal courthouse in Lower Manhattan to detail what we can expect today. Lizette, good morning.
Good morning, Kurt and Rosanna. And just to set the scene here for you guys, really tight security this morning. As soon as we pulled up in front of the federal courthouse, you could see all the metal barricades surrounding me. And police officers also have very tight orders, strict orders, I should say, about where members of the media are able to stand, where we're able to park. If I could describe it to anything that we have seen, I would say it's similar to what we saw during the Trump trial. The reason for that is because this is also a really high-profile case. So let's also talk about what the prosecutors are alleging. They are pointing to emails as well as text messages. They are saying that that points to a pattern of corruption allegedly tied back to Mayor Adams. But we're also hearing from Mayor Adams' legal team. He also has a really high-profile attorney that's helping him in this case, and they are pushing back against those claims that the prosecution is making.
And I look forward to defending myself and defending the people of this city.
In a 57-page indictment, federal prosecutors lay out a decade-long corruption pattern that they say was led by Mayor Eric Adams, dating back to when he was Brooklyn Borough president. The mayor is facing 5 charges, including bribery and solicitation of a contribution by a foreign national. Prosecutors allege Adams accepted lavish travel upgrades and swanky hotel rooms from Turkish officials in exchange for lucrative donations to his mayoral campaign and orchestrated a straw donor scheme to funnel illegal contributions to his campaign. Investigators say the scheme allowed the mayor to reap the benefits of over $10 million in public campaign funds while also helping Turkey.
Year after year after year, he kept the public in the dark. He told the public he received no gifts, even though he was secretly being showered with them.
In return for these gifts, prosecutors allege that Adams pressured the FDNY to rush through their inspections of the Turkish consulate that was being built. The indictment says fire department officials were told by Adams they would lose their job if they didn't follow his order.
The Turkish officials sent word to Adams that it was, quote, his turn, unquote, to support Turkey.
Prosecutors also point to text messages, including an exchange between the mayor and one of his staffers when discussing arranging a trip to Turkey. According to the indictment, an Adams staffer texted Adams to be on the safe side, please delete all messages you send me. Adams responded, always do. Adams' attorney Alex Spiro says the indictment does not paint the full picture, adding that Adams made it clear to his staffers that foreign donations are illegal.
There are emails with Mayor Adams telling this staffer, telling all of them, do not take foreign money, period.
So once again, that arraignment is scheduled for noon, so we still have quite a few hours. As far as what we can expect later today, it's been, pretty quiet so far. We have not seen any protesters, but we did want to mention the press conference that took place yesterday outside of Gracie Mansion. That was pretty chaotic. We saw a number of hecklers interrupting Mayor Adams, as well as some of the clergy that he had with him. So we'll see if some of those individuals show up here again for that arraignment. But once again, things are pretty quiet so far. That's the latest here from Lower Manhattan. Kurt and Rosanna, back over to you guys.